Today's news.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Tammy McCormick. A federal judge said today he found probable cause to hold the Trump administration in criminal contempt of court for violating his orders to turn around planes carrying deportees to El Salvador. Legal analyst Dane Rosenbaum.
He's saying, I gave you orders, you keep ignoring my orders, and I'm getting tired of this, and I want to set a standard that there is, in fact, separation of powers, and when a federal judge issues an order, the President of the United States and his Justice Department is obligated to follow it.
The judge warned he could hold hearings and potentially refer the matter for prosecution if the administration doesn't change course. One of those on the flights was a Maryland man who the White House claims was a gang member. Senator Chris Van Hollen is in El Salvador today trying to get some answers. He met with that country's vice president.
His answer was that the Trump administration is paying the government of El Salvador to keep him at CCOP.
Van Hollen was refused a meeting with Abrego Garcia at that prison. Stocks finished lower today. Business reporter Jason Brooks.
The Dow tanked by 700 points and the S&P 500 fell over 2% after Fed Chair Jerome Powell said he's concerned that the effects of the tariffs will be more pronounced than anticipated, likely heating up inflation and slowing growth.
California has become the first state to sue over tariffs. CBS News correspondent Matt Piper reports.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has filed a lawsuit that says President Trump overstepped his authority by declaring an economic emergency to levy his tariffs. He says the tariffs have caused economic chaos and claims the president does not have the authority to impose them.
Donald Trump has turned his back on his supporters. We will not.
Newsom says the tariffs disproportionately affect those in his state, which he says is the #1 manufacturing state in the country. Matt Piper, CBS News.
The Trump administration is suing Maine's education department for not complying with a ban on transgender athletes in girls and women's sports. There are more talks planned with Iran, but where they will take place is still up in the air. And Elizabeth Palmer reports President Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, has shifted his stance.
Originally, he said, well, Iran could keep enriching uranium for civilian use, power generation. Now he's saying Tehran must stop and eliminate its nuclear enrichment program completely. Well, the Iranians are already saying before the meetings even start, that's a non-starter.
Puerto Rico has been hit with an island-wide blackout. 1.4 million are without power. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 61 degrees in Pinole, California.